The Chinese Revolution of 1949 refers to the historic events that unfolded in China, climaxing in the establishment of the People's Republic of China, under the leadership of Mao Zedong. Following a long period of instability and civil war, the Communist Party of China, led by Mao Zedong, emerged victorious over the Kuomintang nationalists, led by Chiang Kai-shek, by 1949, ending decades of conflict and turmoil. The revolution began in the 1920s as Communist Party of China started to organize and mobilize peasants in rural China. From the 1930s, the Communists began to fight against the nationalist government for control over the country, leading to a long and bloody civil war. The Communist victory came in 1949, when Chiang Kai-shek's forces were defeated by the People's Liberation Army. The Chinese Revolution brought about radical changes in society, economy, and politics. Mao immediately implemented a series of reforms, including land reform, which redistributed land from landlords to peasants, and also launched the Great Leap Forward, a transformational campaign aimed at rapidly industrializing and modernizing China. This led to several disastrous consequences, including famine and starvation, which lasted until 1962. CCP power structure. The structure of the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, is hierarchical and centralized, with the General Secretary at the top. The top decision-making body is the Politburo Standing Committee, which consists of 7 members, including the General Secretary. Below the Politburo Standing Committee, there is the Politburo, which is composed of about 25 members. The Central Committee, which has about 200 members, is the highest authority between the party congress that meets every 5 years. There are also regional committees at the provincial, municipal, and county levels, which are responsible for implementing CCP policies in their respective regions. At the grassroots level, there are party branches in workplaces, schools, and neighborhoods. The CCP also has its own Discipline Inspection Commission, which is responsible for investigating corruption and enforcing party discipline. This commission operates at every level of the party structure, from the leadership down to the local level. The list of Chinese leadership is: 1. Mao Zedong, 1949 to 1976. 2. Hua Guofeng, 1976 to 1981. 3. Deng Xiaoping, 1981 to 1989. 4. Yang Shankan, 1989 to 1993. 5. Jiang Zemin, 1993 to 2003. 6. Hu Jintao, 2003 to 2013. 7. Xi Jinping, 2013 present. We are going to focus on Xi Jinping. Xi Jinping was born on June 15, 1953, in Beijing, China. He is the son of Zhai Hongshan, a former high-ranking official of the Communist Party of China, CPC, and Qi Xin, an academician at the Chinese Academy of Sciences. Xi Jinping grew up in a politically charged environment and was exposed to the teachings of Mao Zedong and the communist ideology from an early age. After completing his formal education, Xi Jinping started his political career in 1974 as an aide to Geng Biao, the then defense minister of China. Over the years, he held several important positions in the CPC, such as governor of Fujian province, party secretary of Zhejiang province, and governor of Shanghai. He also served as vice president under Hu Jintao from 2008 to 2013, before assuming the role of the president of China in 2013. Xi Jinping is known for his firm stance on corruption and his efforts to promote economic and political stability in China. He launched an anti-corruption campaign that has led to the investigation and punishment of thousands of corrupt officials. He has also championed the Chinese Dream Initiative, which is aimed at revitalizing the country's economy and promoting sustainable development. But how he consolidated his power in this vast party. 1. Anti-corruption campaign. Xi Jinping launched a nationwide anti-corruption campaign shortly after assuming office in 2012. This campaign led to the arrest of many high-ranking officials, including some of his potential rivals, and sent a signal that the new leader was serious about cleaning up the government. 2. Consolidating control within the Communist Party. Xi Jinping has significantly strengthened his hold on the Communist Party by consolidating control in key positions such as the powerful Central Military Commission, which controls the armed forces, and the top decision-making body, the Politburo. He has also instituted new structures and mechanisms to ensure that his decisions are implemented effectively. 3. Tightening censorship and control of the media. Xi Jinping has tightened control over the media with new regulations and censorship measures. Under his leadership, the government has intensified its efforts to censor online content and silence dissenting voices. 4. Promoting his own ideology. Xi Jinping has actively promoted his own brand of socialism with Chinese characteristics, which emphasizes the importance of the Communist Party's leadership, and the need for a strong government to guide economic and social development. He has also emphasized national pride and the importance of economic development to achieve China's status as a world power. 5. Eliminating term limits. In 2018, China's National People's Congress abolished term limits for the presidency, allowing Xi Jinping to serve indefinitely. This move solidified his power and removed any potential challenges to his authority. What is his territorial ambition? Taiwan invasion. The People's Republic of China, PRC, attempts to take military control over Taiwan, which is officially recognized as the Republic of China, ROC. The political situation between the two countries has been complicated since China considers Taiwan as a part of its territory, while Taiwan sees itself as an independent country. The PRC has not ruled out the use of force to reunify Taiwan with China. However, such an invasion could have significant consequences for the region and the world, as it could escalate into a larger conflict involving other nations that are allied with either Taiwan or China. Many countries, including the United States, have voiced support for Taiwan's sovereignty and have pledged to defend it in case of an attack. Border issue with Russia and India. India. China and India have a long-standing border dispute, with the two nations having conflicting claims over large areas of Arunachal Pradesh and Oxy Chin. The issue dates back to the early 20th century, when India was under British colonial rule and China was undergoing a period of political upheaval. The border between China and India was not clearly demarcated, leading to disputes and skirmishes over the years. In 1962, tensions between the two countries escalated into a full-blown conflict, with China defeating India and gaining control of Oxy Chin. Since then, there have been several rounds of talks and agreements to resolve the border dispute, but no lasting solution has been found. The two sides continue to patrol their respective areas and maintain a high level of military readiness along the border. In recent years, the border dispute has been complicated by China's growing assertiveness in the region, and its construction of infrastructure and military facilities along the disputed border. The two sides have engaged in several military standoffs and skirmishes, leading to casualties on both sides. Russia. One notable dispute was in the 1960s when Russia agreed to transfer control of several disputed islands in the Amur and Ussuri rivers to China. However, the agreement did not settle all the disputes along the border, and tensions have continued to arise periodically over the years. In recent times, China and Russia have maintained relatively good relations, with the two nations forging a strategic partnership in foreign policy, security, and economic development. There have been no reports of significant border disputes in recent times. Xi Jinping Recent COVID Blunder. In early 2021, China faced criticism for initially downplaying the COVID-19 outbreak in the country and for suppressing information that could have helped prevent the global spread of the virus. However, regarding a more recent incident, Chinese President Xi Jinping faced scrutiny for comments he made at a ceremony in September 2021, where he claimed that China had achieved a complete victory in its fight against poverty, despite evidence suggesting otherwise. Critics pointed out that poverty levels in China remain high, and that many of those who have been lifted out of poverty are still highly vulnerable. Some also accused Xi of trying to distract from his government's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic, as part of a broader effort to bolster his own political standing. Xi Jinping is still in power in 2023 and continuously holds the CCP, and is awarded third continuous term.